my background, I guess, encouraged them to ask me to take care of all the social convening and the office events and things like that. And the first thing that came up was St. Patrick's Day. And it was a call center environment, and it was truly representative of the makeup of the GTA, the Toronto population. And we had people of Sri Lankan descent and, Asian descent and what have you, South African, West Indian, what have you. And it struck me as curious because the assignment was to advise the office that the office itself would be providing decorations for all the pods to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And as I look across the room, the office space of about 150 to 200 people, I saw a disconnect there. So I was supposed to do it by way of intra-office email. So I said, did all the due diligence, we will be decorating the pods as St. Patrick's Day, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't know what motivated me to do it, but the last line of the email, I said, if there's anyone in the office from a different cultural background or religious background that would like to recommend to or advise us of a particular holiday that they would like recognized in the office, please respond to this email. So I got a few different responses. Because it was St. Patrick's Day, the Scottish people wanted Robbie Burns' Day recognized and things like that, right? But it was an open concept office, and I was sitting with my back to my desk, and a woman named Gaia Wickaram Surya was walking towards me. I didn't know where she was going, but she was walking towards me. And as she got closer, I saw tears in her eyes. And as she got really close, she started sobbing. And you'll have to excuse me every time. I've told this story a million times, but it hits me too, still. And she said to me that she read the email, and that in the 27 years that she was working at the company, she had never felt as appreciated and welcome as when she read that email. Think about that. 27 years. She's from Sri Lanka. I remember she won, I used to do all sorts of weird things for the social stuff. I would have contests for the longest last name, and she actually won it. And that's how we sort of, this was after the fact, and we sort of became kind of close as a result of that. But I just thought of the impact that little gesture had on her tenure at the company. She was probably maybe only 5-7 years away from retirement. But no matter when it happens, that's a really important thing. More so to her, but equally to me. Like I felt, when I had no clue. I thought something was wrong. I thought I had to go into management mode and take care of some major issue or something with a customer, what have you. And, to experience that kind of gratitude, I guess you could call it, and that type of appreciation as an empowerer is a really wonderful thing. Because it motivates not only the person you're working with, but it's self-motivating as well. I love two things about Idle. The interaction with the kids is, the ultimate for me. I just love seeing that type of, you can watch them grow literally right in before your eyes. And that's probably the main thing, running a close first with the wardrobe budget. Right? But more importantly, like when I'm there and I see the person, the wardrobe person or the caterer or the guy carrying who's got probably the hardest job in the world if you've ever been to one of these shows, the guy who carries the cords behind the cameraman. That's a dangerous job, But I want these people to understand my sense of appreciation, because if you remove them from the picture, there isn't one. And that's what we have to do with our employees. Help them recognize that if they were not there, not the job description, right, but they themselves as individuals were not there, it would have a negative impact on what we do day to day. And our companies would be the worst for it at every level.